Morning, Christine Regan Lake here. Welcome back to Love, Sex, and Money. So, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do that if you are enjoying my videos. And don't forget to hit the bell button if you'd like to be notified when I upload new content, because I'm always doing that. So, today I want to talk about casual sex and soul fragmentation. So, I've talked a little bit before about, I did another video on like soul ties, that whenever you have intercourse with someone, whenever you have full sexual engagement, you actually create soul ties to that person. That when the bodies come together, they try to unite in every single way, energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and how you can take on you basically take on all the karmic debt and debris of the person that you're engaging with sexually, and pretty much everyone they've been with as well. But one of the things I really didn't talk about too much was the fact that when you engage in sexual intercourse, there's something called soul fragmentation that happens. That basically, when you come together and the two bodies, the astral bodies, energy bodies, try to join together in every way, they kind of come together and they merge, and they're trying to have two become one. When you disengage and when he pulls out, now they're pulling apart, and now the two that were one now have to come apart. And actually what ends up happening is each person ends up taking a piece of the other person's soul. There's something called soul fragmentation. So and this is part of how, when you're taking on that person's stuff, it's because you are taking a piece of them with you. So so a lot of times what that can end up having people feel is that they feel, when you hear like he took his heart with me, he took a piece of my heart with him, I feel empty inside, I feel like there's something missing. That's why that's caused. It's caused because of the soul fragmentation that happens when you have sexual intercourse. So the more people you have sex with, and where especially, where there's no loving connection, there's no divine protection for the unit, it's going to be more and more dramatic. So the more sexual people you have with, the more pieces of your soul that kind of get hunked out, like pulled out of you. And it just leaves you, it's difficult to then be in a state of kind of soul peace, soul grace, when you have big chunks of you that have been taken out and are gone. What you really have to do is, people don't realize that there's sexual hygiene when it comes to your energy body, and that it's incredibly important that you do, sexual cord cuttings, that you do energy clearance, chakra clearing meditations, prayer, and to cleanse and purify your energy body. When you've engaged sexually with other people. And it's just not something that's taught. People don't, it's not really something that's out there in the mainstream media. Meanwhile, casual sex is being promoted every which way from center, in movies, books. It's that agenda, if you pay attention in movies, is completely being rammed down society's throat, that casual sex is no big deal, when in fact casual sex is a very big deal. So soul fragmentation is just one of the consequences of having casual sex, having sex at all, but just that all of these implications, like when you're doing them in a loving, connected, beautiful relationship, or if you're doing them where it's just casual sex, it's purely just loved, there is no divine protection. When you're doing that, when you don't have the bubble of protection of love, you are leaving your auras and your energy fields open to lower vibrating entities that can attach to your energy field. And, a lot of people, unless you've done kind of the spiritual research on this stuff, there are energetic vampires, there are energy bodies, entities that will attach themselves to your body, and they're literally like vampires that siphon off your energy energetically. It's on the spiritual realm. it's happening to your physical body. These entities, you may not see them, but you don't understand why you're maybe feeling drained, afterwards, after you've gotten involved in sexual connections with people. Your life force is being siphoned off. And the other thing is too, in terms of when you're engaging in sexual intercourse with someone, there's an energy feeding going on between the two people. And so whoever is kind of the stronger one, the weaker one is going to siphon off that energy. So, you're going to ending up giving part of your life force away when you're having sex. And, yeah, I just don't think people realize all the ramifications that come from having casual sex. So I just wanted to share that piece about how you get soul fragmentation during casual encounters, because it's something that I think a lot of people are not aware of. You can do soul retrieval healing sessions. I've done them myself, and that's how you are basically calling back to you all the parts of your soul that have been fragmented, either through sexual connections, or you can have soul fragmentation when you have traumatic experiences where something extremely traumatizing happens to the body. Parts of the soul can break off, and they kind of flee, and they go to another dimension. They flee because the physical body doesn't feel safe. So you can get soul fragmentation that way. But it definitely happens with sexual intercourse as well. So I just wanted to share that with you, just a short little thought about soul fragmentation, and encouraging people to really be much more conscious of your sexual interactions, just for your own mental health, emotional health, physical health, spiritual health. It's when you understand the science behind this stuff, you understand why having sex is a very, very big deal. And it really is, optimally reserved only for the person that you love and you are in a committed relationship to. Because when you do it outside of those confines, you're really opening up your physical, emotional, spiritual, sexual body to just lower vibrating impacts and variables that you may not be aware of. So I hope you found value in that. Have a beautiful day. As always, in my description box, I have a link to my fundraising page for Operation Underground Railroad. I am an abolitionist committed to raising $1 million for Operation Underground Railroad to rescue children from human trafficking. These children need our love and leadership, and if you feel so inclined, I would love if you donated to the fundraising link. Every penny goes to them, none of it's for me, and I would appreciate that. So have a beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks. Bye.